What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel if you didn't know. So today's video is going to be all about curly lashes. I'm doing a full lash with me. It is a classic set so you can see all the flaws. That way you're able to see exactly how the lashes are being placed onto her curly lashes. So if you take a look at her lash line, it is super curly, kinked, going all over the place. So this one is going to be a really good learning lesson when you're dealing with lashes like this. So of course we did all of our prep and all that stuff. So then now we're going on to applying the lashes. So when it comes to curly lashes, it is a bit trickier to not necessarily do the lashes in total, but realistically the tricky kind of thing with curly lashes is being able to isolate them properly and place them directly, because when you have a lash going all the way to the left and you place the extension on there, chances are your extension is going to be facing the left, and that is absolutely what we don't want. We want to make sure all of our lashes are facing straight, and when the client opens their eyes, all lashes kind of point upwards and are going the right direction. So I'm starting with her inner corner because her inner corner is a lot harder because her lashes are a little more faint in her inner corner, as most people are, but because they are curly, it does make it a little bit more difficult to kind of get the lashes on there. I actually did take a little bit longer with her inner corners just because it was trickier to actually just place the lashes on there. I really and truly took my time with isolating these lashes because that's the trick, where if you don't isolate them properly, they could be easily overlapping another lash and then you're sticking two natural lashes together. So that's where you want to be very careful with curly lashes, because they do have a tendency of kind of getting intertwined with one another. When you're dealing with curly lashes, something to keep in mind is that using both tweezers is going to help you a lot to manipulate the lash once you place it on there.
Who's that, J?
Okay, so as you can see from the top view, we finished our inner corners and we're just moving on to the centers.
Hey, who's that, J?
Another thing about curly lashes is that you kind of have a mixture between very thick lashes and very thin lashes. So I feel like people want to just go ahead and apply all of the lash extensions to the thick lashes and then kind of just leave the thin lashes on their own. But then that's where you kind of run into issues of kind of placing the extensions onto thin lashes that are kind of intertwined with the thick lashes. So that's why isolating is so important, because you want to really get those thin lashes and thick lashes separated. Another thing with curly lashes is that you are gonna put a lash on that you don't like or doesn't sit well, and you just need to take it off if you don't like it. So when you guys see I apply this lash, the actual extension was going towards the right, as the natural lash is going towards the right, but I use my tweezers to kind of manipulate it and make it a little bit more kind of shifted to the left, so that way when I let go of it, it will actually be straight. So even when I push the lash to the left, you want to make sure that it's not stuck to any lashes. It still needs to be an individual lash applied. It just wants to be kind of moved to the right direction. So as you can see, this lash is definitely going in its own direction, and you want to make sure that you can take your tweezers and just manipulate it while the adhesive is still wet. You want to make sure the adhesive is still wet when you kind of change the direction of the lash, or it's gonna kind of be placed in there and it can't go anywhere if the adhesive starts to dry too quickly. And as you can see, I'm using both tweezers to manipulate this one. My isolation tweezer was really just kind of there as a brace, and then my placement tweezer was to kind of turn the lash itself.
Hey, who's that,
So one thing you want to know too is that see how that lash is kind of poking out to the left, the tip of the lash? That is totally fine as long as you can see there that the base itself is applied straight and the actual base of the natural lash is going straight, so that way the extension is going to be able to go straight. All about the bases when you're applying to curly lashes, because you want to make sure that it is a fluid motion where you apply your extension right at the base in a straight position, so that way the extension will go in the direction that you want it to.
Hey, who's that,
This one is super important to take a look at. Because that lash was super curled, I actually applied it underneath. Reason being, I couldn't apply it from the top, so I went ahead and just gave it a nice little kind of swipe at the bottom of the lash and I placed it that way. That is a really good trick when you're applying lashes to curly lashes. Yes, she was super watery, and I did dry her lashes after this.
Hey, who's that,
And of course, don't forget to give your lashes a nice brush in between your set. Make sure everything is nice and straight and nothing is popping off.
Hey, who's that, JR?
Okay guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys loved it. I hope you learned something about curly lashes, because I know that this is definitely a struggle for a lot of lash artists. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with something new next time. Bye.
JR going crazy. Hey, who's that, JR?